Hi, welcome and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Andavine and this is the chat room. Today I am going to do a quick video about something I have learned and I just has made a huge difference in my life and I hope it does to you too. It's simply called moving in silence. I swear I did not know anything to do with moving in silence until recently, and I'm going to talk about it to you. So, moving in silence is basically doing your things without having to announce what you're going to do before you do it. And the reason moving in silence has become a movement, or it's a notion that we have to follow, is because of the result. What happens when you speak? It's true, confession is possession, but who do you confess to? Who do you tell your things? There is a great power in moving in silence. Even if you look at on social media and everything, when someone posts something that we didn't know he was working on, it's such a mind-blowing thing. And there's one typical example from the Bible about Joseph. Let's look at the story of Joseph. You know, Joseph did not move in silence. Eventually, his destiny came. Not to say that when you don't move in silence, your destiny won't happen, but you make your journey a little bit harder when you don't move in silence, because you invite unwarranted opinions. You invite anybody who heard you speak, you give them the authority to speak on your journey or your whatever it is that you are about to do. So Joseph dreamed that he was a king, and he dreamed that all his brothers bowing to him, and he was given a coat of many colors. You remember that story? It's a Sunday school story. So when he dreamt, he went and told his brothers. When he was given the coat of many colors by the father, he went and told the brothers. Don't get me wrong, the brothers there is nothing wrong with there is absolutely a lot of wrong on what the brothers did, but it is human. You see, when you tell people what you're about to do, what happens is you arouse the evil emotion called jealousy. And let me tell you, people don't just sit down and decide that, oh, I'm going to be jealous. Or people don't get jealous to you because they hate you. Trust me, even some of your family members are jealous. Not that they want it. It's an emotion. It's a fruit. It's something that comes. Some people are used to it. Some people do actually want, okay, some people get jealous and decide to act on it. And others, they just get jealous and they don't even know it when they do something that is sabotaging your dream that you told them. For instance, when you tell people about what you're about to do, you invite their opinion. That's number one. Number two, you invite that spirit of jealousy. And sometimes they won't be in control. That's number two. Number three, when you tell people when you're about to do something, what happens is some people will take that idea and run with it. And some people are more resourceful than you are. So you might be in a position where you have this absolutely great idea, then you tell your friends who have more resources than you, and they end up taking your idea from you. And another thing, it will affect your relationship with others. Because some people will see like, oh, you're boastful. Some people they don't like it. They don't like it that they didn't get the idea before you do. So it becomes a competitive around you. So there are so many negatives about not moving in silence. So this year, don't worry, it's July still. I didn't know about this in January, and I went about shouting everything and my plans. I couldn't. I told everyone of what I was about to do. Trust me, you don't want to find out what happened to what I did, but I am actually past that, and I am grateful that in my heart I learned that this early. I didn't want. It's so great that I learned it early. I didn't learn it at 50, so that's a lesson I have to take and move on. And I'm gonna reference this story from the celebs we have. And I'm sorry that I'm about to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So everybody, if you're a Kenyan and you're on YouTube, you probably do know about, not probably, you absolutely do know about the Jesus family. They are the most influential YouTubers who basically are YouTubers. You know, we have a lot of YouTubers recently, but they are coming from other social platforms like musician and all that. But the Jesus, they just started the YouTube, basically YouTube, no music, no acting, no popularity, no show, just so. In my opinion, they are the most popular YouTubers in Kenya because that is all what they do. So let's talk about them. So when they started YouTube, their growth was phenomenal. And let me tell you, they were influential totally. But then, in the process of them being influential, they would profess and say, and the last thing I'm going to talk about what they did is they started a project called Jenga Nawa Jesus. Few weeks after they started Jenga Nawa Jesus, they are actually very inspirational, but no, maybe not to everyone, to some people, because we all don't come from the same background. So for someone who was born in Madara and Kayori, they're actually very inspirational. But if you aren't and you come from a place where like it's 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 a world where we get to choose who inspires us, and I feel like they're inspirational even if our journeys are not the same. So the word Jesus announced Jengana wa Jesus. They started they bought land, and they, what else did they do? They started an email and they started the process of building their house. What happened? What happened? Immediately we start learning about things that they, oh, I don't know what Kabi did, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to repeat that. I don't want to be negative. So, Kabi, what happened to Kabi or Jesus? Then people from their past life came up with what they did. I absolutely am not against those people who came out and showed how what Kabi isn't doing. What I'm saying is, why did it happen then? Because those people realized, you know what? Actually, they're not just having fun online, they are making money. And the spirit of jealousy arose. There is nothing wrong. It could have been handled differently, in my opinion, but it's exactly why I'm saying move in silence. They didn't tell us when they were buying the land, they just showed us the what title deed. But now, when they plan bigger things in the eyes of people, the spirit of jealousy. So, if you have learned this, don't tell a soul about anything you're about to do because of those things. And even in the Bible, when you're giving your offering, there's this place that says, when you give with your right hand, or is it your left? Your the other hand should not find out what you have given. So if you're giving with your left hand, imagine same body. If your right hand should not find out. It's basically called moving in silence. You don't have to announce it. It's good. Sometimes announcing does bring a lot of positives, but if you don't have to, don't. And especially if you're suffering with this thing called sabotage, or every time you're about to do something, you tell people and then it doesn't happen. If you didn't know why, now you know. Move in silence. Moving in silence is a big, big deal. So thank you for watching. We are going to continue doing this. Thank you.